I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. On Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African twin, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Finish the bottle when I whole thing she a model. She in the mirror like it's showtime, the Apollo. Catch up the phone, now I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow. She don't listen, I ain't tripping, she don't follow. Got another where he swerving on the potholes. Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto. She pop a perky, then she chase it with Moscato. This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand, flashing all that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. On Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. This whole insect, she fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sock, she lost her damn shoe. Her friend and poppin', she ain't got no damn clue. Rollin' O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jar. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. This thotty moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Poppin' Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby. She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. On Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. These studies acknowledge me, honestly, put the seat back in the Odyssey. Prodigy, little mama, wanna suck and just swallow me. Watch time. What's going on, y'all? I'm in the building. Yeah, listen, it's been 3 weeks. I haven't been around for 3 weeks. You guys haven't seen me for 3 weeks. I've been chilling for 3 weeks. I've been MIA for 3 weeks. I've been doing a lot, you know. I've been, dealing with a lot, Life has been lifing. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about some different things here. We're here to talk about Jim Jones. I'm here to ask a question tonight. Did Jim Jones snitch? I'm here to ask that question. Let me actually put that on the header tonight. I'm asking the question tonight. I just want to ask this question, because we're giving a lot of flack to Young Thug. We're giving a lot of flack to Gunna Wanna. There's a lot of discussion happening on snitching. Did Jim Jones snitch? I'm going to ask that question tonight. Did Jim Jones snitch? If you don't know Jim Jones, popular Harlem rapper, and I'm not here to kick in his back. I'm just here to ask a question. I'm not here to besmirch the name of Jim Jones. But we have to talk about this. Jim Jones was at an airport, and many of you have seen this video. He got into a skirmish with, I believe 2 individuals at the airport. There was a fight. There was a melee. Cops were, they were on the scene, and Jim Jones did cooperate.
He didn't say, hey, talk to my lawyer. He didn't say, no, I don't have nothing to say to the cops, to the pigs. I ain't no rat, it's non-Trey. He decided to do, what, tax-paying citizens do, and that was to cooperate with the police. Now, some would say, listen, this is not no street beef. This is just Jim Jones. And I'm gonna be fair here. I'm going to be fair here. We're just here to ask the question. Some people would say, this is not no street beef. This is not, Jim Jones taking the stand on his 9 brethren. This is him at the airport. He didn't want to go to jail. He felt like he was in the right, and he decided to, talk to the police. Salute to Sinclair. I see Sinclair's in the building. What's up, Sinclair? Good to see you. Yeah, but some people would say, hey, maybe, Jim Jones is a tax-paying citizen, and he didn't want to go to jail. He didn't want to deal with the aspect of this this melee that happened, and rightfully so. But some people are gonna look at this, people like Whack 100 and other people are gonna look at this video and say, well, he ratted. He cooperated. You're not supposed to cooperate with the police. You're not supposed to give any type of information. You're not supposed to say anything. You're not supposed to do anything. Talk to my lawyer. That's all you had to say. Talk to my lawyer, right? And I'm here to ask the question, did Jim Jones snitch? Did he rat? Did he cooperate? Did he do a little too much? I felt like in this video, we're going to play the video, I felt like he was doing a little bit too much. He's talking a little too much. He didn't have to say anything to the police. He could have just told the police, hey, police, listen, I didn't do anything wrong. Just watch the video. I didn't do anything wrong to these guys. These guys, they was doing too much. Watch the video. He didn't have to say anything to the police. He decided to cooperate. He decided to tell the police what happened with this little skirmish. So let's just get into the video. Did Jim Jones, that's the question tonight. Did Jim Jones rat? Did he snitch? Because there's a lot of discussion happening on Young Thug. A lot of people are calling Young Thug a rat. A lot of people are calling Young Thug, he cooperated. He did this. He did that. Young Thug is a rat. Young Thug is this. Then there's discussion on Gunna Wanna. Gunna Wanna's a rat. Gunna Wanna did this. Gunna Wanna, he took a plea on his man. He ratted. Well, let's talk about Jim Jones. Did Jim Jones rat? Did he bite the cheese? Let's get into the video.
On May 4th, 2024, officers responded to a disturbance aboard a Delta flight at the airport involving rapper Jim Jones and another individual.
Jim Jones, Jimmy Neutron, Big Capo status, Mr. AKA slap your kufi off. Let's not, before we get into this video, let me just remind you who this man is, bro. Because, we have to put things in context. Because, it's easy for me to just say Jim Jones and he's this big gangster and all of that. Don't forget his conversation with Mace. Hold on, Mace. He talked about slapping this man a kufi off. He talked about, I'm going to slap your kufi off and this big non-tray.
Welcome to the show.
Don't forget. Hold on.
All right, I need to find out who are these people?
Hold on, let's go back.
You on the line?
Don't forget who Big Jim Jones was. Big Capo status. This was the non-Trey Billy. Throwing up gang signs, slapping people's kufis. So I'm only holding you to your into what you portray, Jim Jones. I'm not trying to clown you. But you were portraying a gangster. You were, you were out here, you was talking about slapping people's kufis. You were the big bad gangster. You was over here threatening the Mason Bethel when he was a preacher, doing gospel raps. You was threatening him on the radio. But now you was ratting at the airport. So I just want to hold you to your standard. Let's continue though.
Bethel?
Yeah, that's me on the line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's me on the line.
You already know why you left Harlem. R.I.P. Baby Man and R.I.P. Pop Lottie.
Uh-huh.
That's why you left Harlem. You ran up out of there, Bethel.
I moved from Harlem before that.
Where's your congregation at?
You have a congregation in Atlanta. Did you leave your congregation there? Mm-hmm. Or did you backslide? Which one, Bethel? Because you're saying, this is me. I don't care what you say on the radio, but this is me. I know you.
I know you too, sir.
Don't play with me, bro.
Don't play with me.
Ain't nothing changed. I put you in my kufi category. Off with your kufi.
Off with your kufi.
Fire!
Hold on. Hold on. I got more clips. Hold on. Let's not forget about this one. Let's not forget about this one. Huh? Super violate. Let's get to that. Let's get to the super violate. He need to get super violated. Don't forget about that. Hold on. Let's get to that conversation where he talked about 6ix9ine needed to get super violated. Now, Jim Jones, like I said, I'm only holding you. I'm only holding you, Jim Jones, to what you portray. You portray yourself as a gangster. You portray yourself as the big Billy, non-Trey. I'm only holding you to your standard. You put out the image of a gangster. You put out the image of the non-Trey Billy badass. You're on phone taps talking about this nigga need to get super violated. He's no longer a gangster. All of these things. So I'm just holding you to your standard. Let's continue.
He definitely humiliating Shawty right now.
Uh-huh.
Well, you got your picture up there next to the post. You're like, yeah, super violated.
Hold on.
What's up with yourself?
That's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated.
Now he got to get violated. You calling shots.
Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he gonna run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at pay.
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact.
Him on a wiretap talking about possibly getting a 6ix9ine shot. So I just want to remember who this guy was. This is want to give you guys context. This is not no tax-paying citizen. This is not no nigga that's I'm not in the streets. I'm a businessman. This is a man that was portraying being a gangster, right? I'm not cooperating with the police. I'm not a rat. I'm not this. I'm not that. Let's get to the video of him at the airport. Let's get into it.
Rapper Jim Jones. No, I have no idea.
They never heard of you, Jim. Hold on. Go back. Have you heard of Jim Jones? The police, they never heard of you, Jim. They never heard ballin'. They never heard pop champagne. They never heard of you. We never heard of you. We don't recollect. We don't play that. I don't know what airport they were at, but I'm sure the people out there, they don't listen to that crap. They don't listen to him. Salute to Cole. He says, I wonder, does he have a secret interrogation video somewhere out there? I think he does. I think the feds may have had a video on him. I think that they have something on Jim Jones. That's my opinion. I think there's a reason why he was never in that RICO, the non-Trey week RICO. But yeah, I think there's some evidence out there that has yet to be seen. But let's continue.
Rapper Jim Jones.
Have you heard of rapper Jim Jones?
No, I haven't.
Never heard of the Negro.
You don't find that suspicious?
We never heard of you, Jim. You are a local rapper. You're not better than Nas. Niggas don't know you. Niggas know you for glitter belts. And chrome heart tank tops. They don't know you for nothing else, nigga. Niggas don't look at you like no legend like that, Jim. You gotta calm it down, respectfully.
Anyways, I guess you were fine, but there was a passenger for row 4. I don't know who it is. The flight attendants don't know who it is. They went at it.
Like physically or verbal?
They know verbal for sure. They're not sure if it was physical.
Okay.
So, as soon as we landed, a whole bunch of commotion going on, and I had so much going on.
Whole bunch of commotion going on. Jim Jones. Niggas non-Trey Billy. You gonna let me get off the flight first. Niggas non-Trey. He told that old man, listen, Negro, you can't put your... I need to put my Chrome Hearts luggage on the carry-on. Get your bum ass baggage away from the carry-on. Let me put my luggage up there. The old man wasn't feeling him, and it was a commotion about the carry-on or who getting off the flight first. It was a commotion about something on the flight, and they got into it.
There's a rapper named Jim Jones who's sitting in 5 Bravo. I don't know if the people in front of him either touched his bag or touched him, but all I...
Hold on, we got 10 people in the building. I need to make a poll real quick. Did Jim Jones snitch? Let me make a poll because I need to I need to keep y'all engaged in here. Let me make a poll real quick. Did Jim Jones snitch? I'm asking the question. Did Jim Jones snitch? Did he rat? Did he tell? Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me just make the poll. Did Jim Jones snitch? About to make the poll. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Did Jim Jones snitch? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the poll. I want to know, did Jim Jones snitch? Do you feel like Jim Jones ratted? Did he rat on the two old men, Statler and Waldorf? Did he rat on them? Did he rat on them? Let's continue.
The fear was like, don't touch me, don't touch me. I think that was Jim Jones saying that. And then they just kept going back and forth, back and forth. I didn't hear any negative or like cussing words come out of their mouth, but it was just a whole lot in other passengers.
So pretty much these two dudes, they got into it. There was an argument. I don't know what the argument was about, but you know, pretty much they got into it on the airplane.
Involved kind of just like, hey, chill out, you know.
Hold on. Let's try to skip up.
Yeah. Go ahead, speak away.
We don't exactly know what happened.
There's a minor discussion about people jumping in front of somebody and somebody cut in front of somebody else.
So I guess Jim Jones said, listen, man, it's Nontre Billy. I'm getting off this flight first. Nontre Billy. 7:30. It's the big blood. I'm getting off this flight first. That's old Nontre. And the old man wasn't feeling him. He was like, yo, listen, youngster. I was born in 1942. I'm a tax-paying white man. This is white privilege. I'm putting my white privilege card down, and I am hopping in front of the black Negro with the red bandana out of his back pocket. Jim Jones wasn't feeling him. He was like, nigga, this is blood. Nontre. So that's what I think the fight was over. I guess it was, you know, because, you know, when a flight land, people be thirsty. People be thirsty to get in that line so they can get off the flight first. People be thirsty to grab their luggage off the carry-on, and they don't give a damn who they hit over the head when they taking the luggage down off the carry-on. It's a lot of nonsense that people be doing. People want to jump in front of people. They don't care if it's an elderly couple in front, a row in front of them, and they skip them, and they don't want to have the common courtesy or the generosity. Niggas don't be caring. So that's what I think happened. It was Jim Jones. He was probably doing too much, and the old man wasn't feeling him.
It's all good. It's all good. You put his hands on.
Okay, do you want to talk?
I'm on here.
Okay, that's fine.
It's good. It's all good.
You know what this was, son?
Okay.
It's classic. Dramatic, like, when it's
Here it go. Here it go. Here it go. Y'all jumping me? First of all, Jim Jones. You grew up in the ghettos of Harlem and the Bronx. Why are you struggling with Statler and Waldorf? That's what. Why are you struggling with these two old white men? Statler and Waldorf. Yeah, I mean, Jim Jones he's in his early 40s. He works out every day. Muscles on muscles, but you're struggling. See, that's what people need to learn. All those muscles, they don't mean nothing. You can work out all day. You can lift up. You could bench, 300 pounds. You could, lift up dumbbells over your head. You could do 100 pull-ups on a bar. You could run, 10 miles a day. Oh, you could do all of that. But if you're not prepared for a Waldorf and Statler putting a pause on you at the airport, then that tells me that all that working out ain't really helping you. It ain't helping ya. It ain't helping ya. Cause imagine, let me just put this out there. Let me put this out there. Imagine if this was two young 20-year-old men. Imagine if this was like some collegiate football player ass nigga. Right? And geeked up off of steroids and testosterone boosters. You know, about to head to the Division I football player. Imagine if this was like some Brock Lesnar built 20-year-old dude. He would have got washed. You're struggling with these two 60-year-old white men. I don't think you ready for these YNs in the hood, Jim Jones. If you struggling with these two white men at the airport, they washed you. You had to ask, y'all jumping me? No, we giving a shellacking to a Negro. That's what we're doing. You got out of line with those white men. Those white men felt like you didn't know your place, Negro. You know your place. This ain't Harlem, nigga. This ain't Harlem. It's the airport. Let's continue. It's two of them against me. They jumping me. Jim Jones, why are you ratting? Why are you ratting? I'm only holding Jim Jones to his standard. He has perpetuated being a gangster. He has perpetuated, he's non-Trey Billy. He has perpetuated the gangster lifestyle, the gangster role. I'm only holding him to his standard. If Jim Jones never perpetuated this, if he said, you know what, I'm not a blood member, I'm not non-Trey, I'm just a guy who likes to rap about, hood stuff. I'm not really like that. I'm not perpetuating that. This is not what I am. This is not who I am. Then I can say, you know what? Listen, Jim Jones, you had a little kerfluffle with two old white men at the airport. It is what it is. Cooperate. Tell the police what you do. But Jim Jones, you perpetuated being a gangster. And here you are on camera snitching on Statler and Waldorf. They gave you a shellacking and you over here telling on them. What if those two white men would have went to jail? We got you on camera saying it was them. This is testimonial. This was a testimonial. You told the police that these two white men washed you. You snitched.
Knock it off. Knock it off.
They jumping me.
They jumping me. Jim Jones, why didn't you tell the police that, like, yo, just look at the footage. Look at the footage. Don't tell the police, oh, they jumping me. Why you ratting? You ratting. You trying to throw Statler and Waldorf in prison. Here you are, Jim Jones. You're mad at 6ix9ine. You, Mel Murder, all the non-Trey, you're mad at 6ix9ine. Oh, he a rat. He a snitch. He ratted on gang. He ratted. But here you are being a hypocrite. You ratted on Statler and Waldorf. Hey, Kendrell, I'm going to talk all over this video, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, change your station. Take your thumb out your butt. Do your Googles. Do your YouTube search. You could watch the video in totality without me speaking. If not, you could take your bitch ass out of here. Because I'm going to keep talking and talking and talking. Might ask you to be here. Get your bitch ass out. Let me kick this nigga out of here. Let me kick this nigga out of here. Get this nigga out of here real quick. Hold on. Get this nigga in here acting like he's special. Nigga, get your bitch ass out of here and go find the video. Everybody ask you. Stop talking through the video. Nigga, get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. Kick this nigga out of here. I ask you to come in here. Bitch ass out of here and watch the video. It's up on YouTube. It's uploaded. It's been uploaded for days, for weeks. Go use your YouTube account and watch it. Oh, don't ask me, a nigga who's reacting to a video. Oh, just stop talking. Let the video play. Go watch the video, you imbecile. Go type in the video and watch it in totality. You imbecile, you idiot, you doofus. What an idiot. Let's get back into the video.
2, 3, you got.
I'm not going nowhere.
Ah!
I'm not
sit
going
down.
nowhere.
Sit your
I'm
ass
gonna
down.
sit down.
Okay, good.
They jumping me.
They jumping me. They jumping me. They jumping me. Why you ratting, Jim? Why you ratting? Why you telling the police that they was jumping you? You was ratting. You told. We don't need you to get on stand. We don't need you to write a statement. We don't need you to do all of that. You are on body cam footage pointing. You were pointing. It was those two white men right there. They did it. They jumped me. You were pointing at them. You were, an angry black man who got the paws put on you by Waldorf and Statler. Hold on. On the stand. Hold on. Put it on the stand. Stock photo. Hold on. Let me put that up. Oh. Jim Jones, you was on the stand pointing. You said, hold on. Let me put hold on. Maybe I'm doing too much. Hold on. Jim Jones, you essentially, excuse me. You essentially was on body cam doing this. You know? You was on the stand pointing. It was Waldorf and Statler. They did it. We don't need you to write a statement, Jim Jones. I don't need you to write a statement. I don't need you to do any of that because you were on body cam saying it was those two men who did that to you. So we don't need a statement, you know? That's the thing. People get wrapped up in we need a statement. We need the paperwork. This is the paperwork. This is the paperwork. Jim Jones showed in this video that if it comes down to it, if he gets jumped, I don't care where you was at, Jim Jones. I don't care if you was in the airport. I don't care if you was in the hood of Harlem. I don't care if you was at, Magic City. I don't care where you was at, Jim Jones. You showed in this video that if you get washed, if you get jumped, you are willing to cooperate. You cooperated. You told the police, yes. These two white dudes jumped me. They put hands and paws on me. They put footprints all on my back. They knocked the braids out my head. You proved in this video that you are willing to cooperate. You over here ratting on these two white men. Let's continue.
Sit down. Yo. Sit down. Sit your ass down. Hey, do not hit me.
How the old white man more gangster than Jim? The old white man is more gangster than Jim. The old white man is like, nah, nigga, I ain't sitting down. You can't sit me down. Jim Jones, how is the old white man more thorough than you? Look at this. Look at this old white man. This old white man, he fighting with the police. He backing them down. He like, no, y'all not sitting me down. The police told Jim Jones to sit down. He said, "Okay, baby, I'll sit down. I'm sorry for acting like a I'm sorry for acting like a rambunctious Negro." They told you to sit your black ass down. You sit your black ass down. They told you to shut your ass up. You shut your ass up. This old white man said, "Nah, nigga." That's why this old white man keeping it more thorough than Jim Jones. I thought Jim Jones was thorough. I thought wrong.
Yo, sit down. Sit your ass down. Hey, do not hit me. Do not. Stop it. Hey. Stop it. Let go. Go sit down. Sit your ass down. I don't care. Sit your ass down now.
I just say, sit your ass down.
He keeping it more gangster than Jim. They told Jim to sit his ass down. He sat right down. You would think Jim Jones, the big badass, the big Billy badass, non-trade kufi slapper, he would have slapped one of these cops' kufi off. I mean, you ready to slap everybody else's kufi off? You ready to slap 6ix9ine's kufi off? Freddie Gibbs' kufi off? You ready to slap Cameron's kufi off? Anybody who talks to you wrong, looks at you the wrong way, you ready to slap all their kufis off? Where was your energy for these police officers? Where was your energy for Waldorf and Statler? That's what I don't respect about these gangsters and these gang members. They got all this energy for black men in the hoods and the ghettos. You got all this energy. You was on wiretap talking about shooting 6ix9ine. You was talking about putting hands on your brother Cameron. You got all this energy for other black men. But when Waldorf and Statler put shoe prints on your back, when the police told you to sit your black ass down, you ain't got no energy for them. We got 16 people in the building. I would call that a coon. I think Jim Jones is a coon.
Baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back.
Chili's baby back ribs.
I want my baby back.
Chili's baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
I would call that a coon. I think Jim Jones is a coon because if you got all this energy, all this hatred, volatile nature for your fellow black man, you're ready to put hands on Cameron, you're ready to smack 6ix9ine's head off, the Mexican. You got all this energy for black men in the ghettos. But when that white officer tells you to sit your black ass down, you don't show no resistance. When Waldorf and Statler put shoe prints on your back, you ain't got all this resistance. You ain't got all this energy, man. Raheem says Waldorf and Statler. Yo, that's who he was fighting, bro. These two old white men, he was fighting. Listen, y'all remember Waldorf and Statler, right? y'all remember the Muppets, right? Yo, he was fighting Waldorf and Statler, bro. Jim, listen. Jim Jones got washed by Waldorf and Statler. Right? He got washed by two 60-year-old white men. Two 60-year-old white men put hands and feet on that Negro. They put shoe prints on his back. We don't care nothing about that Harlem nonsense. It's big Waldorf and Statler. listen, they put paws on him, man. Waldorf and Statler put hands on Jim Jones. You know what I mean? And what did he do? Did he get his get back? You know? Did he call a hit like he did on 6ix9ine? Right? Did he say, yo, I'm gonna get with some 9 Trey Billies and we're gonna get back at Waldorf and Statler? No. He said, nah, I'm gonna cooperate with the police. I'm gonna talk with the police. I'm gonna tell the police what they did to me. But you on the radio telling Mace you're gonna slap his kufi off. Why you didn't slap Waldorf and Statler's kufi off? We wanna know. Let's continue.
Nobody cares.
You're not listening.
You need to sit.
Because you're not listening.
Not listening. And like I said, the old white man, he kept it more thorough than Jim. Jim didn't have no resistance. The cops told him to sit down, he sat down. The cops told him to shut up, he shut up. This old white man, he kept it more thorough. He said, "Nah, I'm not shutting up. No, I'm resisting arrest. I don't want to be arrested." He kept it more thorough.
Oh yeah. You're getting.
Dude, you're bleeding all over the place. Just stop. Stop. Stop moving. Stop moving.
Have a seat.
Mind if I stand?
No, you need to sit
sitting for
down.
3 hours. Sir, either you get in that seat or I'll put you in that seat. Try it.
On a plane. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
They just tried to get on the shit. I had to protect myself.
Yes,
Period.
that we just went to, and it was supposed to be dispersed, and then it's not.
See, he already claiming self-defense. Jim Jones, I thought you was the gangster. I thought you was the Billy Badass, man. You're telling me, wait a minute, Jim Jones, you're telling me that 2 60-year-old white men, they started beef with the gang member? They started beef with you? Is that what you're telling me, Jim Jones? Is that what you're telling me?
Excuse me. Are you okay?
He doesn't know yet.
Are you okay?
You got this old white man laid out because you want to be the Billy Badass. And salute to this old white man. You know, he probably done worked his whole life. You know, just want to go on a trip, probably just want to go on vacation, just want to enjoy himself. Look what Jim Jones and him being a gangster did to this old white man. This old white man just want to enjoy, respectful. I'm not even trying to clown him whatsoever. I got a lot of respect for the elders. But this old white man, he just want to live, you know, his golden years. He probably on vacation, enjoying himself. But here comes Jim Jones, Billy Badass. They assaulted me. Let's continue.
My left leg is killing me.
We're gonna get.
Look what you did, Jim. Look what you being a Billy Badass did to this elderly white man. You got his legs messed up at the airport. He didn't want this. This wasn't fair to him. But you wanting to cut everybody off on the airport line, you wanting to grab your Chrome Hearts luggage first and be the first one off the plane. You wanting to be rude and to Waldorf and Statler. It's messed up. It's messed up. It's messed up.
We're gonna get an ambulance for you.
The other guy got up, put his hands on me. So don't touch me.
Look, you hear this, man?
You don't find that suspicious?
You don't hear him ratting? Jim Jones, what happened to not ratting? What happened to just, listen, look at the tape. All Jim Jones had to say was look at the tape. Look at the tape. Y'all don't got to ask me no questions. Y'all don't have to get any tips from me. Y'all don't have to tell me what he said or what that. All you guys got to do is look at the tape. Look at the tape. That's all he had to say. Look at the tape. Look at the tape. I didn't do anything wrong. That's all he had to say. I didn't do anything wrong. Look at the tape. I didn't do anything wrong. Look at the tape. He didn't decide to do that. He said, you know what? I'm gonna rat on these two old white men. I'm gonna rat on Waldorf and Statler. They assaulted me. They put hands on me first. They put shoe prints on my back. They knocked the dusty braids out my head. Jim Jones, are you telling me these two old white men pressed you? They tapped your pockets? They yanked the red flag out your back pocket and said, what that supposed to be, a young man? You trying to tell me Waldorf and Statler put hands and feet on you and you had nothing to do with it? I'm just saying, you know, this is the same guy talking about he's a Kofi slapper. I'm a Kofi slapper. I'm slapping you. I'm beating you up. It's Kofi season. But now you're saying these two old white men started this beef with you. Let's continue.
Don't touch my arm. I grabbed him. Don't touch me. Pilot called him, walked out, asked me if I need help.
Do you hear him ratting? But this is the same guy talking about, yo, 6ix9ine, we got to super violate him. We got to put hands on him. We got to violate him. We got to make an example out of him. He's doing too much talking. He's no longer a gang member. Jim Jones, should 9 Trey hold you to that standard as well? I'm going to tell you what the 9 Trey gang members should be thinking. If Jim Jones is willing to take this stance at an airport, you're going to tell me if he gets into a room with, let's say, 2 or 3 federal agents, and they tell him, listen, we got this, this, and this on you. We got wiretaps on this. We got wiretaps on that. You have 2 options, Jim Jones. You could either be, pretend to be this fake gangster, and you can sit in jail. We'll give you a football number. We'll sit you down for at least 40 years. Or you can cooperate with us. Are you truly trying to tell me? And this is for the gang members. This is for the 9 Trey members. This is for the people that live by the street code. And you're watching Jim Jones rat on Statler and Waldorf. You're trying to tell me that this individual, because a lot of people think Jim Jones is a thorough dude, respectfully. They think he's a hood dude. He would never rat. He would never tell. But you're trying to tell me that this individual that ratted on Statler and Waldorf, he gets in a room with 2 federal agents and they give him an option of 40 years in jail or to cooperate. You're trying to tell me he's not going to take that deal? You're trying to tell me he's not going to consider that deal? You're trying to tell me that he's going to keep it G and keep it street and tell the feds to go shove it and I'm going to take my 40 years? Are you truly believing that? Are you truly that naive? He's ratting on 2 middle-aged white men. You don't think he's going to rat on some, low-life, low-intelligent gang members that is willing to do his bidding? People in the streets got to wake up. People in the streets got to wake up. You got to smell, you got to smell the coffee. You got to see it for what it is. Let's keep it real. Let's continue, though.
I told the man put his hands on me, but I want to leave. Dude is taunting me. The whole way.
Look. He said the dude was trying him the whole way. He's ratting on these 2. The police is like, damn, he giving a lot of information, man. Damn, he tried you the whole way. What else happened? And think about it. He didn't get no McDonald's meal. They at least gave Young Thug a bologna sandwich. Look at this old cop right here. This old cop right here. He's like, he give a lot of information, man. They didn't have to bring Jim Jones a McDonald's meal. They didn't have to bring him have to bring him a bologna sandwich at McDonald's. They didn't have to do none of that. They, he was willing to give the information willingly, with no problem. He just did what he had to do. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, man. I feel sorry for the old white man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel sorry for that old white man. He didn't deserve that, bro. He probably he probably was just on vacation, enjoying the fruits of his labor. He done worked his whole life. He probably just want to have a good little time wherever he was going. And I feel bad for that old white man. That old white man didn't deserve that. It's all Jim Jones' fault. He the one that want to be Mr. Billy Badass and cut people off in the airport. Let's continue though.
Him get to tussle me, I get down here, the other dude starts jumping on me like he's helping. This guy.
And this already.
Look, he writing on both of them.
Originated from the flight. You guys had words on, and you said he touched you.
You did? I just want to go home. I'm sorry that the old man got into it because he had nothing to do with it. His friend is the one that jumped on me and tried to help him out for no reason. They don't even know.
Is he with anybody?
I don't know who he's with. He was on my flight. At some point, the gentleman, what happens as he's talking to him? He's talking to me. He's talking to me. I'm walking to the escalator. I get on the escalator. He's still talking shit. He does a fake flinch move, a bunch of it. I grab him. Now we got to go for it. Okay. I'm tumbling down the escalator. He comes out of nowhere.
He's still ratting. He's still ratting. He's still talking. He's talking. He's talking to a whole nother officer.
Oh wait, you don't even know him. He jumps on top of me like he ain't even talking shit. Like.
Have you ever wanted to see your?
Hold on, y'all. He's talking to a whole nother officer now. He didn't stop talking to one officer. He's talking to a whole nother one now. He's talking to the whole unit. You're gonna bring the sheriff down here. We're gonna bring the deputies down here. We're gonna bring the superintendent. We're gonna bring everybody down here. We're gonna bring everybody from the unit down here. We're gonna bring dispatch down here. Look at him go. Look at him rat. Look at that boy rat.
Got from the plane. They started with him on the plane. Those two got into
the supervisor. I meant
those two got into with him on the plane. We got a little physical.
This guy is talking to them on the way down. I guess makes a flinch and fight.
They rolled. No. They all rolled in. They were behind us and they rolled down. So they knocked him over and then they knocked me over.
Did somebody get shot?
Oh, so the old white man, he was with him. He didn't know the other white dude. The white dude that Jim was fighting, he ain't know that white dude. But he got mad or he felt the way because he rolled over the old white man, and I guess maybe he knows the old white man, or maybe he just felt bad for the old white man. I don't know what it is, but that's why he jumped in. So he don't know the other white dude. He don't know the white dude that Jim was fighting. He just felt bad, I guess, because of the old white man and his he rolled over him. So that's probably what that was about. Okay.
They were coming on the escalator.
Were you in front of them?
Yes.
Okay.
They started on the air.
Yes, we know something.
See, that's why it's important to stay on code. Y'all, listen, y'all need to stay on code, man. Look how these white, respectfully, they stayed on code. And listen, if somebody had rolled over an old elderly person, I would have helped too. I wouldn't have start jumping in the fight. I would have probably helped the old white man or whatever he needed help with. But the jump in a fight, that's a little obsessive. But you see how people be on code. It's important to be on code. If you see something happening to somebody of your same skin complexion, and if you can assist in some way, it's important to assist. Be on code. And being on code is important.
How is this guy was the one
within reason? Don't jump into something that's gonna potentially harm your life or something within reason. Don't be a crash out. But if you see if you can help or be an assistant to somebody and be on code, then do that. Yeah.
Who was involved too on the plane?
Yes, he was involved on the plane. Yes.
He's telling me he first got bumped on the plane by the rapper. Yeah, he first got bumped by him. And then when we were up there,
You see how the police talk about black men? Yeah, the rapper. Yeah, the rapper. He bumped. Like, why does it matter if he's a rapper or you guys are trying to lump him in as a rapper? If there was a fight on the plane or there was a fight wherever it was, why you guys got to call him a rapper? Why are you guys trying to see? And Kanye said this one time, and he was like, being called a rapper is almost like a derogatory statement. It is. It's almost like a derogatory statement because it's almost like being called the N-word. It's like when you think of a rapper, majority of the time, you don't think of anything of prestige. You don't think of anything of high intellect. You don't think of a businessman. And I'm not saying that rappers are not those things, because of course they are. But when people think of a rapper, they think of somebody throwing up gang signs, a bunch of chains on their neck, low intelligence, vulgar. They don't think of anything positive. So when they're using these coded languages, when people use these coded languages, the rapper got into a fight with this old white man on the thing. It's very coded, and it's a very it's very derogatory to just be calling somebody a rapper or to just put them pigeonhole them as a rapper, because you're trying to put a stigma on them. You're trying to make he's just an individual that raps. He happened to be on this airplane and he got into a skirmish with these two individuals. But don't try to put him into a box by calling him a rapper like he's some type of problematic person. But I didn't like that when the cop said that.
when we were up there, there's the guy who's coming out right now from the restroom. He was like, "Are you involved?" He was the one who they said he was involved.
It got worse because we calmed it down, and then those two guys
know each other.
Those two guys were going at it because they wanted to fight.
So you and him know each other, or are you traveling?
From my understanding, this was squashed.
Yes.
On the plane.
This is a byproduct of their problem.
But they rolled down the stairs, unfortunately.
So when this was all
who
said
started
and done,
what on the stairs?
Sir, did you see what happened on the stairs at the cause?
Who started it? I do want to know that. Who started? Because I remember the footage, the old footage. It looked like they both kind of was going at it. It didn't look like I wouldn't say Jim started it on the escalator. I would say it was more so 50-50. It was more so because that white man was talking back to him. Jim Jones was talking, but that old white man was talking back to him. Now I don't know who put hands on who first, but that's what that was.
Tumble down.
The two guys are fighting.
Right, but you know what happened?
They were just fighting. They started to go at each other.
That's what I'm saying. Did you see who pushed or who shot?
He kept it real. This white man, right? He kept it real. He didn't say it was Jim. He didn't say, it was the rapper. It was the black guy. The black guy started it. He kept it real. You gotta show respect to this white man. He kept it real. He was like, they were just fighting. Like, I didn't see who started what or who did what. They both were just going at it. He kept it real.
Both guys, they're fighting.
Yeah, he kept it real. He said, both guys were just fighting. They was wilding out. Jim Jones had the red flag in his back pocket. Old white man just had his Red Bull. He was feeling amped up. And they just went at it. He kept it real. He kept it real.
They rolled down the stairs. They take the old man out on his 94th birthday. It's a good birthday.
Oh, nah, that's crazy. That was his 94th birthday? That's crazy. Nah. That's crazy, bro. Nah, I feel even worse now. That was his 94th birthday? Bro. That's messed up, bro. On your 94th birthday, you just trying to enjoy yourself. You're on vacation. You're doing whatever. And something like that happens. That's messed up, man. It's messed up.
What did he have on the plane with the other guy?
He also had an objection. Well, what started the whole thing is that you know, when you get off the plane, everybody from behind waits for the people in front of them to go out. So one guy, who I don't know if I mentioned his name, decided that he was going to cut in front of everybody, and I wasn't too happy about that.
See, Jim Jones, he cut in front of. He's saying that Jim Jones was cutting niggas. You was cutting cats on the line. See, I hate when you're on an airplane, people be doing stuff like that. Like people be like, don't get me wrong, nobody wants to be on a plane after you land. It's like everybody's trying to get off. I've been sitting next to you for 5, 6, 7 hours. Like, you know, I want to get off this plane. I want to get out. I want to get out of here. I want to get to my next destination. But like, you know, it do be people that be doing too much on the airplane. They want to cut everybody. It's like an elderly, a couple in the row in front of you. They want to cut them. They want to grab their luggage, hit everybody over the head with it. You know, people be doing too much on the airplane sometimes.
Let the people in front of you get out first.
Okay.
So he and I were like, yelled at each other. No words, we have words. But the other guy came and started to fight him. Yeah, take care of him.
Yeah, if you have his ID, please, before he goes.
Let him get up and I'll take care of him.
So you know the bell bing, I got up, tried to go to the joint.
Yeah, 94 is kind of crazy.
One of the dudes came out semi-rape. I turned around. I'm like, calm down, it's not that serious. The other dude jumped up, wants to his father, and put his hand on me like he was on some tough shit. I grabbed him and said, calm down, this is on a plane. It's not gonna work, calm down.
Still ratting.
Stewardess came, I said, I don't want no problem, I just want to get off the plane. I said, cool. The captain asked me before I leave, would you like to do anything? I said, no, I want to leave. Cool. Walking now, the guy's walking behind me. You know, you feel somebody, I turn around, like, what's up, bro? Please don't do this. Like, don't do this. Start saying some profanities.
I disagree. I don't think Jim Jones told him, don't do this. I disagree with that. Jim Jones. Stop it, Jim Jones. You, Mr. Koofy Slapper, you told Waldorf and Statler, hey, don't do this, don't do this. Don't act like you're this pacifist. And, oh, I don't want no drama. I don't want to. Stop it, Jim Jones. Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Do I think that you were looking for this issue with him? No, I don't think you were looking for the issue. I'm going to give you that, Jim. You wasn't looking for this issue with this dude. But don't act like you was a pacifist. Like, oh, don't do this. Please, don't do this to me. No, like, stop it, Jim. You wasn't a pacifist.
Say it back to him, like, yo, bro, you're going to get yourself in a bad situation. You don't escalate. He's going to escalate again for me. Like, bro, don't do this. He doesn't do this. I don't know what to do after that. You did? You put your hands on me, you flinched at me. I had to grab him. You come with that escalator. The other dude comes, jumps on top of me.
What other dude?
The other dude that I had the first incident with on the plane.
So he's gone?
No, he was here. He jumped on top of me. So now he was acting like trying to jump. So I got to physically restrain both of them. That's how we end up at the bottom of the escalator. I don't want nothing. I want to go home. I don't know nothing.
Was this the guy?
I don't know nothing. I just told you the story, what happened. Got into a little incident. It's not that important. If I can go home, I'd rather go home. I don't want to deal with nothing. Okay. You know what I mean?
Calm down, Joe. Calm down.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down. You gave us enough information. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Hold on. Let me see where we at in terms of 24 votes. The majority say, yeah, Jim Jones is a rat. Yeah, majority say Jim Jones is a rat. And I just want to look at the poll. The poll is saying majority, yeah, he's a rat. Majority of people are saying he's a rat. Let's continue though.
He's just got a job.
Yeah, I know that, but I just got to go home. I don't.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
guy's got a job to do.
That's the first thing from my
Of course.
I do not want to do anything to hurt anybody. That's not what I'm into. But I'm not going to let nobody do anything to me at all.
Of course.
Is the older man okay?
They're checking him out right now. They just put him on the gurney, all right?
And that was solely whoever he's with, his chaperone. That was his chaperone's fault. His chaperone took him out of there. They was already walking out, bro. He was on the way out to get some free licks. I'm like, yo.
individuals involved.
I just want to hear the update on this case. See if anybody had to be held liable, if anybody got arrested or anything like that. Let me just hear the update on this case.
Rapper Jim Jones and the 2 other individuals involved in the airport altercation were not charged. Witnesses and airport surveillance footage confirmed Jones's claim of self-defense, and he chose not to press charges. Thanks for watching Bodycam Break.
Oh, so he chose not to press charge. He still ratted though. You ratted. You told the police you was willing to rat. You still gave information, Jim. You still get information. So I'd say you ratted. Yeah, but that's a crazy. I just wanted to break that down. I think Jim Jones ratted at the airport. In my opinion, it's my opinion. I think he was ratting. I think he ratted off Waldorf and Statler. Just my opinion. It's my opinion. And what else happened? 6ix9ine. He had some interesting comments about Jim Jones. I just wanted to play this video. He had some interesting comments about Mel Matrix and Jim Jones, and he talked about how the street life and keeping it real and all of these things, it doesn't really pay off. So let me play this and react to it. I'm gonna play the whole thing and then react to it. Let's get into it.
Mel Murder got 24 hours to respond. Time to show his bank account. One of the grandfathers of non-trade Bloods just came home. Mel Murder. You seen that?
Yeah, Jim Jones ran up on him all that, yeah.
Where he ran up on him? Where did he run up on him? Where he was at?
Harlem, wasn't he?
Nope. At a train station. All New Yorkers, play this video back right here. Put it right here while I'm talking. A grandfather, a high-ranking Blood member came home early because they gave him 11 years. He came home in 6. And the federal penitentiary explained that. But listen, put the video right here. Mel Murder came home and he met him at a train station with no money, no chain. He gave him a little ass chain like 2 days later. He met him at a train station. He made him take the Metro North for all my New Yorkers. He put him
The Metro North is crazy.
Penn Station. He met him. He didn't even pick him up at the prison. He picked him up at a train. He made him take a train with that big garbage bag. When you real and you take your time, your homies pick you up. They make you take the train with your bag like this. Look.
Yeah, this nigga 6 is stupid.
Mel Murder got 24 hours to respond. Time to show his bank account. I don't want to see cash that niggas give him, but like, yo, post it so he can look dumb. Show your bank account. Show the money you got in your bank for being a real nigga, not telling. I want to see your bank account. I want to see 24 hours within this interview come out because everybody going to send it to you. I want to see your bank account with some cash in it. Your reward. Don't show me cash like this, like that niggas gave you. Like, I give it back after the video's done. There's no reward.
I agree. I agree with what 6ix9ine predominantly is saying. There's no reward for being real. There's no reward for being real and holding it down. 6ix9ine is 1000% real. Now, listen, I don't know the stipulations and what's going on with Mel, and maybe Jim Jones has something set up for Mel. We don't know, right? Even 6ix9ine don't know what Jim Jones got set up for Mel. Maybe Mel, maybe he hit Mel off with a couple thousand. He set him up with a nice little condo. We don't know what Jim Jones did. I can't sit up here and say Jim Jones did this, and didn't do this, or didn't do that for him. I don't know what he did. But the reality is, 9 times out of 10, when dudes keep it real, when dudes take their time, when dudes, say, I'm going to keep it real, I'm going to keep it thorough, I'm going to keep it solid, 9 times out of 10, there's no reward for that. There's no reward for that. And I will admit that it did look crazy. We all saw that footage we just seen it of Mel Matrix. He had to take the train to meet Jim Jones. Now, why Jim Jones couldn't pull up? Let me just play that. Hold on. Let me just play that one more time. Why Jim Jones couldn't meet him at the prison? Why you got your man walking, taking respectfully, like 6ix9ine said. 6ix9ine said he had to take the Metro North. That's kind of crazy. You know, listen, 6ix9ine had a point. Why couldn't you pick up your man? Your man did 6-7 years in the joint. He kept it solid, kept his mouth closed, kept his head down. I think that man is deserving of you to pull up at the prison and pick him up. Like nobody that's done 6 years wants to, you know, come out, go get a bus ticket. Actually, it's not a bus ticket. You gotta take a shuttle bus. You gotta take a shuttle bus probably to another bus, and then you take a bus to the train. You take the train back to, you know, where you're gonna meet up Jim Jones at. Nobody wants to do that. You know, people when they get out of prison, they want their family, they want their friends there. They want their mama there. They want their kids there. They want to hug people. They want to, you know, maybe a nice little party bus. You go on the party bus. There's alcohol and there's people are happy to see you. Nobody want to take a train and a bus and a cab and a Uber and a Greyhound to go meet up with his loved ones. So personally, I think, you know, listen, you know, 6ix9ine had a point. He had a point with that. You know, I don't think that was right. You know, I think that, you know, they should have linked up with him at a respectful place, you know. Somebody says, y'all lame. That ain't snitching. That's him defending himself. Snitching is committing a crime with a friend. Or tell on them knowing what you sign up for. This ain't that. I disagree. I believe any type of cooperation with police is snitching. If you talk to the police and give them any information on anything, you are a rat. Right? These are listen, are the rules dumb? Do the rules benefit the gangsters or the gang members or the drug dealers? Absolutely not. It's dumb rules. You know? It's the rules that these people live by. But if you cooperate with the police, if you talk with the police, you give them any information on anything, you are a rat. Somebody says, rest in power to Ashada Shakur. Exactly. Rest in peace to Ashada Shakur, revolutionary, a great woman. A great mind. We don't have a lot of black revolutionaries. You know, this woman was a black revolutionary. So rest in peace to Ashada Shakur. She passed away in Cuba. Rest in peace to Ashada Shakur. Yeah, man. But you know, in terms of Jim Jones, listen, I think he ratted. I think he told. I think that. And remember this. All he had to say was, you know, look at the footage. That's all he had to say. He didn't have to say, you know, they put hands on me. We got into an altercation and they did this. He was following me. He was just doing too much. He told too much. All you had to tell the police was, listen, I didn't do anything wrong. And look at the footage. If you look at the footage, you will see I did nothing wrong. I defended myself. That's all he had to say. He talking about the man started with him and he put hands on him and he was following me and this, that, and that. He was talking too much. He's talking too much. He gave way too much information. But in terms of this male matrix thing, listen, there's no reward for keeping it thorough. There's no reward for keeping it real. And that's just the rules of the streets, man. That's what happens in the streets. People hold it down, but they never get rewarded for holding it down. You know? But let's get into the next topic. That was a very short thing. Jasmine Crockett. Jim. Donald Trump calls Jasmine Crockett a low intelligent person. Listen, I have no horse in this race. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I'm not a fan of Jasmine Crockett. I believe both of them ill-equipped to be in the positions that they are. Actually, I agree. I agree with both of them. I agree that, you know, Trump is all the things that Jasmine Crockett says about Trump, I believe. And what Trump said about Jasmine Crockett, I believe him. I believe she is low intelligent. I believe that, you know, the things that she says about him, I believe what she said about him. I believe that they're both right about each other. Now, I don't know if y'all know who this woman is. This woman, Laura Loomer. You know, let me just play, before I get into Laura Loomer, let me play Trump's comments about Jasmine Crockett, and then we'll get into Laura Loomer. Or what is her name? Laura, give me 1 second. Laura Loomer. Okay, let's play Trump's comments about Jasmine Crockett. Then we'll get into Laura Loomer. Hold on. The comment is down.
Jasmine, remember what I said? Is she a relation to the late, great Davy Crockett? I don't think so. Jasmine Crockett, let me tell you.
Give me 1 second, Shaw. Give me 1 second.
Before you even ask, she's a very low IQ person. I mean, if we ever had to pass an aptitude test, that's the one should take one, because she shouldn't even be in the crowd. So I have no idea what you're going to, but I don't think we should waste our time. This is a low IQ person who I can't even believe is a congressperson. Between her and Ilhan Omar, and you know, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back, and he didn't want her. He said, "I don't want her." Okay, what else? Go ahead. Let's hear what Crockett said. Go ahead.
She compared ICE raids to slave patrol. I want to ask.
She compared ICE compared to slave control. What? See, this is why I don't like these Democrats, man. Why are you trying to downplay what black people had to suffer in America and trying to compare it to ICE? You know, what's happening with ICE is not comparable to slavery. These people came here, respectful to these people, they came here on their own will, right? They came here, a lot of them got a slice of the American dream. A lot of them, you know, worked hard, a lot of them, and I'm not trying to knock immigrants, but their story is not comparable to the Black American story. It's just not. Black Americans came here, you know, not on their own will. We came here on chains, whipped on our backs, downtrodden, beat into submission. It is not the same. But you got these coon Democrats. And I got to play my coon music, because Jasmine Crockett is a coon trying to compare slavery and ICE race. She's a coon. Let's play the music.
Baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back.
Chili's baby back ribs.
I want my baby back.
Chili's baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce. I want my.
She's a coon, because you can't compare 400 years of slavery to ICE raids. They are not comparable. And I'm offended as a Black American. I'm absolutely offended. I want to hear what Trump had to say about that.
To slave
patrol. I want to ask you if you think that there should be consequences for members of Congress who make these types of comparisons, or use Crockett recently.
Jasmine Crockett.
I did want to hear what Trump had to say about that, but yeah, let's get into Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer, she's a Trump supporter, and I believe she's an activist. And she said, I think she went a little too hard on Jasmine Crockett. It was it's a little racist what she said. She said, "It hurts my heart that we have ghetto black bitchs who hate America serving Congress." Now, Sinclair says, "I don't like Loomer at all." Yeah, you know, she put a little too much sauce on it. I mean, you know, does what's it call it? Does Jasmine Crockett, does she have a sister girl attitude? I agree. But I wouldn't say she's ghetto. I would say she's a little too she tries to put on this black scent. Like she tries to, try to sauce up. I wouldn't call it ghetto. I would say a more of a sister girl attitude. She tries to, have the sister girl attitude while she's in Congress, and it's just a very big turn off. She says something else. She says, hold on, give me 1 second. There was something else that she said. Yeah, here's it go. She says, all my comments are being flooded with overweight African American women who are ranting, who are putting selfies on my what did she say? Who are posting selfies on my pics of themselves. With with these arm fat and thigh fat busting out of their leggings. They think are pants. They seem to think they look good. Damn. So she was going in on black women. She was calling them overweight and arm fat and all of this stuff. She says, I don't care. I don't care to see the videos of ghetto women telling me what they think about my appearance because I called their hood rat queen, Jasmine Crockett, ghetto. She is ghetto and low IQ. Even the president said. Those women who are on TikTok are blowing up my comments sections should actually try to be producing members of society and build a legacy instead of being basic women. Many of them should hit the gym as well. They can mock me all they want. I do not care if they are making they aren't making my happier or making the money. I do not care what they have to say. So she was going in on black women. What else she said? These bitches be tripping. Yeah, I'm no fan of her. I think she put a little too much sauce on, Jasmine Crockett, calling her a ghetto black bitch. I don't think Jasmine Crockett is a ghetto. I don't think Jasmine Crockett is ghetto. That's not the problem. She has this negative sister girl attitude. And, a lot of white people confuse ghetto for sister girl. Ghetto and sister girl is not the same. That's when you're dealing with somebody who's white and racist. When they confuse a sister girl attitude for being ghetto. A sister girl attitude is not ghetto. It's just she just has a sister girl attitude. But yeah, I don't think Jasmine Crockett is a sister girl. I don't believe that she's ghetto. I think the problem is she has the sister girl attitude and she's so far leaning left and she's willing to say anything to, prop herself up and to move further in her career in the government. And, Laura Loomer, she just sounds like a racist. She sounds like a white racist woman. She sounds like, and she's talking a lot of smack about black women. I seen pictures of her. She looks like a she looks like a fucking. Let me pull this woman up. Let me just pull this woman up real quick, cause she got a lot of smoke for black women. Yeah, she come on. You can't have all this smoke for black women looking like this. Looks like a meth addict. She looks like she's hooked on the blues. She looked like a fentanyl queen. Yeah, come on. Yeah, she's going a little too hard on black women. Black women, if they don't rock with Trump or they don't rock with the with the MAGA, then they don't rock with them. I mean, I don't know. I disagree. I don't rock with neither side. I have no horse in the race. But yeah, that's what's going on in terms of politics, but in terms of Jasmine Crockett, I do believe, I think that she I'm really more disgusted with Jasmine Crockett comparing ICE raids to slavery. I think that I'm disgusted at that. Like I can't, I can't get mad at an old racist white woman for being an old racist white woman. You know, I've never even heard of this woman. But Jasmine Crockett, you're a congresswoman, and you're over here disrespecting Black Americans, comparing ICE raid to slavery. That's more disrespectful to me. In my opinion, it's more disrespectful. You can't compare 400 years of forced labor, people that were dragged here, not came here on their own will, people that were dragged here, kicking and screaming. You can't compare that to the ICE raid. They're not comparable. So yeah, that's what that was. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Young Thug. Has anybody here heard the Young Thug album? Has anybody heard it? Anybody seen it?
You don't find that suspicious?
Did anybody like the Young Thug album? Anybody bump the Thug album? Anybody hear it? I just want to know you guys' thoughts on it. Just to wrap it up, I don't have too much to say about Young Thug in this album. I like a few tracks on this album. The cover is interesting. The cover, because at first when I saw this cover, this is the cover of the album. It's essentially Young Thug in whiteface. Essentially, when I first saw this cover, I'm thinking like, why is Young Thug, cosplaying in whiteface? Why is he a whiteface? And then the first track on this album is this Ninja song. And he goes on this whole N-word hard R tirade. Let's play a little bit of it. So what is going on here? And I can't lie. You're probably not gonna like what I'm gonna say. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. I like the song. Would I play it in a white neighborhood? No. Would I play it around my white friends, my Hispanic friends? No. But I like the song. But there were a few songs that I enjoyed. But I gotta be honest with you, man. I missed 2014, 2015 Thug, man. That was my favorite era of Thug. I don't feel like he's coming with it, man. I think that Young Thug has an immense amount of talent, but he sounds very uninspired on this album. There's a few tracks of brilliance. I think that him and Little Baby, that track, Part of My Back, that was a good track. I liked that track. And there's like maybe 2 or 3 more that I enjoyed. But I like songs like Whoop-De-Doo. And there's another song on there. It just sounds so uninspired, and I really feel like Young Thug, and I know some of you guys are thinking to yourselves like, Young Thug was never great, or he was never, I know there's an audience out there, but I truly believe this man has a lot of talent, but I don't feel like he's coming with it. I didn't hate the album. I didn't hate the album, but I felt like, this was, I felt like this was Young Thug's time and moment to shine, to shut up all the critics, get back into that Slime Season 2 Jeffrey type of musical bag and really show people what he can do. And I feel like he didn't really come with it, This was proven time for him. This was really to show people what he's made of. And I feel like this was the point in time where he really should have put everything he had to put into this album, and I don't feel like he did that. I don't feel like he did everything that he was supposed to do. I don't feel like he I see Cole putting up fire emojis. Yeah, listen, the album got some songs. I'm not gonna lie. I like that song. I like that Ninja song. But I felt like the album could have been better. It could have been a little bit more better, a little bit more polished. He could have been a little bit more high energy. What made me be a Thug fan was his vocal range, him with melodies, and him, with the clever lines. And I don't really feel like he was really coming with it. I really felt like, it was a little bit, this was a lackluster album. It could have been so much better. You know, but you know, it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think of this album. Did you like this album? Did you think it was trash? Did you think it was garbage? What did you feel about this album? Did you enjoy it? Did you trash it? Did you feel like it was fire? What else should we talk about? Because I don't really have any other topics. Cole says the album was fire. You know, I wouldn't call it fire. It was all right. It wasn't a bad album. I don't think it was a bad album, but I wouldn't call it fire. Yeah, I wouldn't call it fire. Would not call it that. Yeah, but that's about it. That's all I want to. I kind of want to get into this. I kind of want to get into this David story, but it's so nasty and it's so like we still don't know what's going on. We could talk about it a little bit. The David story. Does anybody have a timeline on that? Maybe we'll do a David timeline. David timeline. I know you guys have been hearing about this story. Somebody broke the timeline down, and I don't know if I can find that video. Maybe we'll watch Law and Crime. Let me see, Law and Crime. Maybe Law and Crime has something we could watch. I'm looking for like a timeline joint. I kind of want to, you know, break it. I kind of want them to break it down, and maybe we'll watch it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, let's take a look at this case breakdown.
Build a website you love.
Has anybody heard about this story? The rapper David. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, where there's a 13-year-old girl was found in the trunk of his car. I just want to talk about this a little bit.
For your words, create your brand.
1 second.
But first, he's been called one of Gen Z's most buzzed about artists. Singer-songwriter David broke through in 2022 with hit song Romantic Homicide, going viral on TikTok and peaking at #4 on Billboard's Hot Rock and Alternative Songs chart. But David's tour is now canceled, and he is at the center of a possible homicide investigation. This because on September 8th, the decomposing body of a teenager, Celeste, was found in an abandoned Tesla registered to David. Tonight, we have the latest in the investigation.
Good evening and welcome to Closing Arguments. I'm Julia Janae, filling in for Vinnie Politan tonight. Thank you for being with us as we follow this story that has so many unusual circumstances.
And how old is this nigga? Because they're saying that this girl is 13. Hold on, let me just look up something real quick. They found the body when she was 15. She had just turned 15 and they found her body. But let me just find out how old this nigga is. How old is this nigga? David age. I don't know how old this nigga is. What are you doing with this 13-year-old girl? This nigga's 20 years old. So let's say you was hanging around with her, maybe you was 16 and she was 13. Well, no, you was 17 and she was 13, or 12 and you were 17. Yeah, that's a little crazy. That's kind of crazy. You're damn near out of high school. Yes, that's kind of weird. That's a 5-year age difference, right? Yeah, because 20. Yeah, because 20. She's 15, 20. That's a 5. Yeah, he's wilding, bro. This nigga's wilding. I think he did it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that nigga did that shit. I think he did it.
Dances, it all seemed to...
He looked like one of those zesty gothic rappers. I think he did that shit, man.
Point to a famed singer. On September 8th, police responded to a report of a foul odor coming from a Tesla that was impounded at Hollywood Tow Service in Los Angeles. In the trunk, investigators found the unthinkable: human remains. Investigators also learned that that car was registered to singer-songwriter David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke. And these remains were dismembered, and they were later identified as a teenager named Celeste Rivas. She would have been 15 years old on the day that she was discovered. She had been reported missing from Lake Elsinore, California. That was in April of last year. The medical examiner's report stated that Celeste's body was decomposed. She was wearing a tube top, black leggings, a yellow bracelet, and stud earrings. And most interestingly, Celeste had a tattoo on her right index finger that simply read, "Shh." And singer-songwriter David also has the same tattoo on his finger. No one has been named as a suspect in this.
You getting matching tattoos with a 13-year-old girl? What's going on here? And there's a lot of videos of them together. There's a lot of videos, you know. There's a lot of videos of them together. There's a lot of incriminating evidence. There's a lot of stuff going on with this case. But the weird thing about this case is that he still has not been named as he still hasn't been charged with anything. And I believe he's out of jail. He's not in jail right now. So it's very peculiar about this case.
This investigation, but it is considered a homicide. So we want to dig into this case and where this investigation seems to be leading. Let's bring in our guest for this hour, host of the Outlier podcast and Pop Crime TV.
Yeah, they're not really getting into the timeline. I'm kind of looking for a timeline video about, where things started. David timeline, Celeste. Maybe we can find that. Yeah, this is a video right here of them two together. Let me see if Twitter has it. Timeline, David timeline. I've seen the video somewhere of where they broke down the timeline. If not, maybe I'll just do a separate video. Here goes a video with them two.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Oh, hold on. Now that was crazy. That was crazy. So he has a video with this young girl, and she says that, and they got multiple videos on Discord and stuff like that. It's a peculiar case, man. It's a very strange case. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do another live. I may do it tomorrow, and we're gonna talk more about this case because it's a lot of stuff in this case that I don't really have the videos and stuff in front of me. So, and if we're gonna be using words like that, I don't really want to use words like that. In terms of this case, we're talking about a child here. So I think I'm gonna do another video. My fault, y'all. I think I'm gonna do another video on this case, and we'll probably come back to that because I want to show that topic a little bit more, respect and really talk about that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna circle back to that topic because I want to give that topic a little bit more, attention. What the Sinclair says, she says, "There's no way his manager didn't notice a young girl at the mansion he pays for." That's a fact. His manager, from what I'm hearing, Sinclair, let's talk about it a little bit. His manager helped him move. The police raided his house. I think he broke the lease or whatever like that with wherever he was staying at. His manager helped him move. So his manager is still in close proximity. His manager is still supporting him. I don't know in terms of what they're doing in terms of touring and things of that nature, but his manager is still in cahoots with him. So yeah, me personally, I don't believe that the people around him didn't know what was going on. Somebody around him knew what was going on. And I think ultimately that's what needs to happen. They need to start pulling some of these entourage members, the managers, people in close proximity. They need to start, bringing them into questioning about this young girl that went disappearing and that, pops up in, his body pops up in his trunk. It's a very peculiar case. So I think I'm going to come back to this and do a topic on this. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about this and get into this case. But with that being said, listen, guys, it's been a long night. Listen, I'm going to try to be more, active on YouTube. I know that it's been a long period. It's been about 3 weeks. I'm going to try to get back into the groove of things. Today was a good day. We had about 26 people I saw on about 26 people in the room at one point in time, and one particular time in the room. That's a good sign. It's a good thing. So we're going to try to get back into the groove of things. But with that being said, you guys have a good night. And God willing, we'll probably do a live tomorrow, and we'll talk about this David and Celeste case. But with that being said, you guys have a good night, and toodles. We out.